Hello, and welcome to today's episode review of Star Wars The Clone Wars. Today we're going to talk about Season 7, Episode 7, Dangerous Debt. And this is hard to talk about without any spoilers, so there's really not a lot I can say. I'm feeling like it's still filler. Like, there's one more episode left in this story arc with Ahsoka, and it feels like they're no better off than when they started. It just brings in one little tidbit that is most likely going to lead into the Siege of Mandalore. And for as much as I like the whole action part of this episode, because that's all this one was, I was kind of bored, even though it was all action. There was, by the end of the episode, there was little to no plot development for an overall plot. The characters of the Martez sisters, they got a little bit more of their backstory fleshed out, which ties into Ahsoka and her backstory, and oh goodness, I don't remember what season it was in, but it ties back into Zero the Hutt. And I'm not sure which Jedi they were talking about, but I think it's Barriss Offee. Not 100% sure. I'd have to go back and rewatch the previous 6 seasons. Probably season 4 though, I think that happened in, but I'm not 100% certain. It's been some time since I've seen the Clone Wars. I don't know. It's I don't want to call it filler because it's not. We get a lot of information on the Martez sisters. We get a little bit of a tie-in to a future story arc. It's just there was no real narrative plot for this current storyline. It's all future work or back work, and it's an episode that can definitely wait until the end of the story, which should be next week. But I don't know. I don't follow the release schedule that closely. Hopefully we can get into. I guess that's not the right way of saying it. I'm hopeful that the Siege of Mandalore will bring in everything that I truly loved about the Clone Wars and Rebels, and it just is all. I'm just hopeful that it's all great, and in the times that we see now in this world, I just want everything to be great and amazing and to pull me out of what is the horror, I guess is the best way of putting it, that is going on with the world today. And I know you don't come here to hear me talk about it, but it's been 3 weeks now, and I love watching Star Wars on Disney Plus. I just want more Mandalorian and less filler, even though some would say that the Mandalorian itself is just filler, but it's a whole other story for another time. With that being said, I hope to see you next week for what I think is going to be the end of this Ahsoka, Martez, Pike Syndicate story. And I hope it transitions well into the Siege of Mandalore. As always, if you did enjoy what you have seen, go ahead and hit a like in below. Comment, share, and subscribe. You know how everything is supposed to go by now. And as always, you can hit me up on social media and have a conversation about Star Wars, even Star Trek, believe it or not. Can't wait to dive into Picard, but that's a whole other story for another time. But until next time, have a great night.